Welcome back to part 4. Part 4. Man, that's 45 minutes already. Sorry, y'all. We're about halfway through. Let's get this ball rolling.
But that brings us to the second problem. And the second problem is really just these two words, abolish and fulfill. If you pull them up, I mean, he likes Strong's, pull it up in Strong's. Look at the way that abolish is used in Strong's and how it's used in Scripture and fulfilled, and see if that can give you a little bit of a hint about what Jesus meant. I know that with abolish, the word in Greek is katoluo, and it speaks of destruction, dissolution, overthrow, dissolving. I mean, it's a very contentious word. It's a word that says, someone, and it's that something comes against something and destroys it. That's what abolish means. You see it, lots and lots of places. I mean, you can look those up. Fulfilled is plerao, and it means to fill up, to make full, but it also has a sense of meaning which means to perfect, to complete. It's even used in the King James to end a couple of places, or to finish. In Luke 7:1, it's the word plerao, which translated fulfilled. In Matthew, in Luke 7:1, it says that Jesus ended what he was saying and then went on to Capernaum. When he had ended, when he had finished what he was saying, it's the same word, fulfilled. It also is used in Acts 19:21, just to say that when the disciples who were in Ephesus, when the miracles and the conversions and everything that was talked about prior to that in Ephesus were finished, then they went to Jerusalem, I believe is what it says. And again, it's the same word, fulfilled. So both words carry connotations.
It's funny that you bring that up about, what was that, 21? Yeah. Now, when these matters had been completed, Shaul purposed in the spirit, when he had passed through Macedonia and Achaia, to go to Jerusalem, saying, after I have been there, I have to see Rome too. So he's not complete. Just that part of the mission was completed. But the job was not complete yet.
Of coming to an end. Both words do. And in English, we think of it, both words, that way. So it's just fallacious to say that if you think it's coming to an end, then you mean abolish. No. It means that on one side is the coming against and destroying and bringing to an end. That's what abolish means. On the other side is fulfill, which means to bring something to its fullness and completeness and perfection, and possibly see it come to an end. It carries that possible meaning. So we.
All right, now you're backtracking. Now you're kind of talking like I was talking. But fulfill, abolish. You give no witnesses. You're just saying, oh, this is what it means. It's in Strong's. Look it up. He says this is happening, but you don't take the time to look things up. Wait, are you waiting for his return? Are you waiting for the Messiah to come back? If all is fulfilled, why are you waiting on him to come back? And let's just test some prophecies. See if they're all fulfilled or not. We'll go to Daniel 7:13. I was looking in the night vision and saw one like the son of Enosh. Son of Enosh, this is Aramaic term, is similar to the Hebrew Ben Adam, son of Adam, but not the exact equivalent of it. Coming with the clouds out of the heavens. Then we'll come over here, grab some Revelation. Revelation 14:14. And I looked and saw a white cloud, and sitting on the cloud was one like the son of Adam. Daniel 7:13. Has that prophecy been fulfilled by the Messiah yet? I don't believe so. You might believe it has been, but I don't believe it has yet. Let's go to Zechariah 12:10. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go this way. Sorry, y'all. And then I didn't set my timer on this one either. Let's see where I'm at real quick. 6 minutes. Alright, so I got 10 minutes. Alright, Revelation 1:7. See, he is coming with the clouds. There's back to Daniel 7:13 again. And every eye shall see him, and even they who pierced him, and all the tribes of the earth shall mourn because of him. Zechariah 12:10. And I shall pour out on the house of David and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of favor and prayer, and they shall look on me, whom they pierced, and they shall mourn for him as mourns for his son, and they shall be in bitterness over him, and bitterness over the firstborn. Well, I don't think that prophecy has been fulfilled yet either. Or how about Hosea? See what it says in Hosea. Chapter 10, verse 8. And the high places of Awen, the sin of Yisrael, shall be destroyed. Thorn and thistle come up in their slaughter places, and they shall say to the mountains, cover us, and to the hills, fall on us. We go to Revelation 21, verse 1. And I saw a renewed heaven and renewed earth. Oh, man. Oh, not there yet. Not there yet. 6:16. And said to the mountains, hid themselves in caves and in the rocks and on the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us. Hosea 10:8. If you want, I can keep reading. We'll do one more. Isaiah 49:10. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither heat or sun strike them. For he who has compassion on them shall lead them, even by fountains of water guide them. We'll go to Revelation 6:16. I'm sorry. Oh. These are just more prophecies of the Messiah. Do Isaiah 25. There we go. Well, let's do Isaiah 65. 65:17. And then we'll do one more after this. For look, I am creating new heavens and new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to heart. Revelation 21:1. And I saw a renewed heaven and a renewed earth. Isaiah 65:17. See also Isaiah 66:22. For the former heaven and the former earth had passed away, and the sea is no more. So that tells us now that when the earth passes away, that we're not going to remember it anymore. It's not going to be in our minds. And we're still on the same earth that the Messiah lived on. All right, one more. See, this is the prophets. This isn't the Torah. But we're going to go to the Torah because there's prophecy in Torah also. Leviticus 26:11 and 12. And I shall set my dwelling place in your midst, and my being shall not reject you. And I shall walk in the midst, and shall be your Elohim, and you shall be my people. We'll go back to Revelation 21, down to 3. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, See, the booth of Elohim is with men. That's the tabernacling. And he shall dwell with them, and they shall be his people, for Elohim himself shall be with them, and be their Elohim. And it's in Leviticus 11 through 12. 26, 11, 12. And then, oh my goodness. Well, there's a bunch of the other ones that I had written down also. None of these prophecies have been fulfilled. Heaven and earth have not passed. All accomplished is his work done. You say he's all accomplished. Is his work done? No, it's not done, because he's coming back to fulfill the rest of the prophecies.
See that Jesus is saying not only that he kept the law, but he kept it perfectly. He fulfilled it. He also kept the stories that pointed to him, like Abraham, like Jonah, like so many others, and also the prophecies that pointed to him. He kept those as well. He brought all of it, all of the scriptures, to fullness, as James says. So it can't be just flattened out and brought down to just simple Torah observance. And that all he's saying is, he wants you to keep doing that. We're going to see that some more as we go into some of the next verses.
Do not think that I came to abolish the law of the prophets. I have not come to abolish, but to fulfill. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not one dot or mark will pass from the law until all is fulfilled. Whoever, therefore, breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do likewise shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does and teaches them shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So I just want you guys to note that law is used twice here. And the second time it's used, it's after Jesus is saying, until heaven and earth pass away, which I think we could all agree hasn't happened yet. The new heaven and the new earth hasn't come. Not one jot or tittle of the law, nomos, will pass until all is fulfilled.
Now, I didn't mention before, but I did move some of these clips around just to make sure that like sections of this video were together. He does kind of break things up more and starts talking about Matthew 5, then goes into all the slander stuff, and then comes back to it. So I did move things around a bit, so if you watch it, the original video, it will be a little out of order from what I'm doing, but still all the same stuff. Now, this verse that he's talking about, this is Matthew 5:18, where it's talking about the jot and tittle section. when he's talking about this verse, it's once again one of those favorite verses of anyone who wants to promote the continuing to keep the whole law. But once again, we kind of get a shallow reading of it. It really ignores a lot of the context, and so we'll get into that. He of course focuses on until heaven and earth pass away, and of course that hasn't happened yet. So, nothing will pass from the law.
Be right back.